These are active spraying jets, and a lot of them. And it just shows you the massive scale. I mean, this is the biggest program probably in the world, by far the most expensive. If you're watching the DVD as I talk here and such, I'm now at my house. I've gone full scale. I started here and I'm going to end here. I'm not up on the hill. I'm going to guess this is maybe 5 o'clock in the evening. And you can tell these guys are laying down serious chemical at high speed. You know, these guys are not messing around. These are your weather controlling jets. Uh, I don't know. I probably got 45 minutes or so of filming here. This is going to be until these guys paint my sky white. And it's just going to be all filled in by the time this video is done. And if these are contrails, then there sure was an awful lot of passenger jets up there, and passenger jets are sure doing an awful lot of damage to our skies. So it doesn't matter who these guys are. The point is they are really manipulating our skies, our air, our water, you know, our lives. I mean, you look at my sky here. This is all chemtrail. You know, there's nothing natural out there. You know, up at the top of that pond is where I was the night before, up on the hill there. But anyway, you can see, you know, and who knows this? How many millions of dollars a day do they spend to do this? In the book, you're going to see some of the chemicals that they put up in the sky, and you know the companies making these chemicals, and you know it's just an astronomical scale. Biggest thing anybody could ever imagine, and there's got to be thousands and thousands of people in on this. You know, they're getting rich on it. You know, a lot of people, you give them enough money, they don't care. You know, as long as they think they're going to live and everybody else is going to die, you know, they just don't care. But anyway, you can see my sky is white. You know, it's just nothing but a mess of white chemical. And surely by now you can believe these are chemtrails. They are white lines being blowed by the wind, turning into clouds that you and I were led to believe from children up were natural. And that it rains naturally and storms naturally, and you know, little did we know that, you know, for most of our lives, if not all of our lives, this weather has been totally controlled. You know, maybe some, you know, some of the storms and such, you know, possibly are natural. You know, man has no power over some of the large storms, but the mild stuff, the rains, you know, the rains and the winds. When you read the HARP information on how frequencies and electricity and, you know, different things can be used to manipulate and charge these chemical laden clouds, it's easy to see how they can pull them left and right and cause the wind and cause the rain and the such. But anyway, page 45, I mean, everybody would have to admit these trails only last minutes. So when you see hundreds of trails, there's hundreds of jets. And you just know passenger jets are not flying parallel flights out in the ocean for no reason. I mean, it's, you know, once you see these, you know, you don't have to be fooled by anybody. You know, this is a military action. You can see if that jet right there, he's got a sprayer that's a little farther higher on the one side than the other. You know, like he's got a little spraying problem there. But anyway, now that you know, we're sprayed from the air, pattern sprays and such. Page 46. I couldn't resist to put this one in. A nice military satellite picture, current Saudi Arabia and Iraq. Look at the patterns. I mean, there are areas where, serious jet spraying above our enemies. Uh, certain cities, certain areas, and you can bet, when you see these jets over an enemy, uh, probably getting different chemicals than what we're getting here on the TV screen, uh, to manipulate the weather. Uh, I can just guess that in a wartime situation, if you've got an enemy hiding out below you, and you want that enemy to be dumbfounded and poisoned, uh, manipulated with frequencies. You know, there's just many, many, many things in a war situation, and I think page 46 is just an excellent picture. And twice because they're underneath this stuff. Sure, the enemy is getting sprayed, but the friendlies are getting sprayed too. And so you hear so many soldiers coming back from the forces with all types of rare diseases and illnesses. Just think of the people that are living over there in those countries, and their children, and their future children. The damage that was done to conquer a nation. Page 47. You see the trails. You're seeing on the screen now how these trails turn into clouds. Page 47, beautiful example of a stream of trails being whisked away into clouds. I mean, it's just, if you can't believe this, I don't know what else I could do. Starting on page 48, jets in action. Love these pictures, some of the best a person could hope to ever see. A guy was carrying a camera for years, and when he would see some nice shots, nice jets up there doing this, and he knew what they were doing, he would take some pictures. And so I just copied a few of them, and I really thank this guy. I don't know who he is, but he's done a service to the world by exposing what these pilots see. Page 49. It just doesn't get any nicer than that. I mean, this guy is laying down some serious chemical. I mean, if you get somebody that tries to tell you that's a contrail, I don't care who he is, how close a relative he is, or anything. Don't even bother discussing this subject with them ever again. I mean, these are some heavy, heavy-duty chemicals coming out of these jets. Page 50. You can see the differences. Look at the jet in the top screen, how he's spraying. Totally different spraying mechanism than some of them. I mean, he's got spray coming out the full length of his wings. I mean, totally different than some of them. Page 50 at the bottom. You've seen on the TV screen how these guys fly together. Here's what they see up there. I mean, they're putting the big old white snakes all through the sky. They're just having fun. Page 51. The top picture is probably a sunset picture. You can see the red chemical that the guys laid down ahead of time, and then his fresh white one going through it, and just some awesome pictures.